To the untrained eye, a fixture between 12th and 18th in the National League South might not hold too much stock, but such is the state of the division this season, there is plenty riding on tonight's game. Just 7 points separate 3rd from 18th in the division. A win today for Farnborough with results going their way elsewhere. They could end the night in the playoffs. A win for Tonbridge Angels by 3 goals or more. They could leapfrog their opponents today up into the dizzying heights of mid-table for an Angels side that struggled this season. It's Farnborough versus Tonbridge Angels in the National League South. I'm Matt Drabble, your commentator tonight for what is an intriguing encounter in North Hampshire. Wide from Maloney to Reggie Young, and we're underway at the Saunders Transport Community Stadium. Forward goes Young. Poor pass. Saeed wins it back for Farnborough. Might run for Reggie Young here with a bit of space. Running at Junaid Mead, through to Falevi, and it's deflected wide. In the end, it's an outstanding challenge by Tom Parkinson. Here come the Angels again. Mead, cleverly done. Guards through the crowd. It's a brilliant save by Turner. Cannot have had a good view of that, Jack Turner. Whipped goalward by Lewis Guard, who already has 5 this season. Maloney. Guard to Shields. They'll have another run at the Farnborough back line. Sean Shields, it's a wayward shot in the end. Saeed, Hall holding it up, and Falevi in space to the left. Instead it's a shot, and batted away by Henley. Maloney chose not to use Falevi, went alone. Hall has Falevi, and Maloney in plenty of space in the middle. It's lifted in toward Maloney, controlled initially, but bouncing through to the arms of Jonathan Henley. 25 minutes gone. Saeed skipping past challenges. Falevi. Pendlebury will have a go, and Henley had to save it. Back to Pendlebury, full of confidence now. Shields the wrong side of Maloney. Wagstaff for company. Instead it's chipped towards Turner, and Saeed gets there first. Mishit initially by Pruti. Able to hammer clear at the second attempt. Falevi to Hall, it's bundled back to Hall. He's one-on-one with Henley. It's Hall, and it's blocked brilliantly by Higgs. Well, roles reversed. Perhaps Falevi sprints away from the back line. Saeed worked wide to Falevi. What can he come up with from that left-hand channel? He's gone down. He was looking for a penalty. Was certainly close. Farnborough will settle for a free kick. Well, Falevi appeals to Lisa Ben. There's 4 in the wall for the Angels. And driven towards Henley, and it's all the way through. What penalty shouts! A distant memory now, because Ollie Pendlebury has whipped it into the bottom corner and past the arms of Jonathan Henley. A second of the season for Pendlebury. He is a specialist, and he showed why there. Bent into the bottom left, through the wall as much as anything. And it is Farnborough 1, Tonbridge Angels 0. Fern. Just beaten to it by Fish. On goes Fish on his left boot, saved by Turner. We watched Farnborough when those two first played as a partnership, clearly disjointed, but they're starting to understand each other's game now. They're starting to find their feet as Connor Hall finds himself into the opposition 18-yard box. It's Hall on the turn. Henley's bundled it away. It'll be a throw for Farnborough. Yellow shirts crowding that penalty area. Thrown in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Runs for Cool, who drives it well. Fizzed past the post. It's lovely from Junaid Meads, and it's blocked again. It just won't drop for the Angels at the moment. Clever drop of the shoulder from Connor Hall. Is there a counter on? For Levy. It's for Levy, and it's into the arms of Henley. Guard, straight to Robinson. Not pretty at the moment. Young to Pendlebury. Loves to deliver from this position, and he's picked out for Levy. It's a clever turn. It's a great finish. Finally, for Levy's off the mark for Farnborough. Pendlebury scored the first. He's created the second. For Levy brought it down well in the penalty area. Swivelled and smashed it beyond Henley and in. 47 minutes gone and in stoppage time at the end of the first half. It's Michael Levy who finally gets his first Farnborough goal. It had been coming for the number 10. A hatful of chances against Auburn City in their last home game. A penalty that was saved, but he's serenaded by the fans. Runs for Maloney. It might not be done yet, Farnborough. And that will do it for the first half of action. Spencer Day's resurgent Farnborough side at it again. Sonny Fish. Cullen. Can he punish that cheap exchange of possession? And driven toward Henley. He was able to hold it. Young again. Fielding. Had to read that right. Took an awkward bounce in front of him. Tonbridge Angels keep giving it back to Farnborough, and Hall can take over, and there's the third. Connor Hall smashes it home, and the Angels are 3 behind, and they are masters of their own downfall this time. Time after time they gave it back to Farnborough, and eventually they were going to be made to pay, and Connor Hall lashes it home for Farnborough's third in this one. Notched in the last home game, notched again today. It's been a happy start to life in North Hampshire for Connor Hall. And it is Farnborough 3, Tonbridge Angels 0. Heavily criticised managerial change. One that was initially proved right with the Angels' performance in 22-23, and there could be more problems. At 6s and 7s, Tonbridge at the moment. Another set piece for Pendlebury to try and weave some magic. In from Pendlebury, aimed toward Cullen. Drops for Cool, cries of shoot, it'll be struck by Cool. Wasn't a million miles away. The penetration is exactly the same as it was in the opening few minutes. Perhaps that can change with Guard. Shields in space. Sean Shields, it's deflected wide. And Fish. Guard. And Meads. And it's in. Well, there is something for the Angels fans to shout about, and maybe something for Farnborough to think about. 20 minutes left to play in this one. A deflected Junaid Mead strike is carried past Jack Turner. And the Angels have hope. Still a long way to go. Substitution will take place. Regardless of the goal, it's Guard that's coming off. Suddenly there's those forward runs flying in. Saeed intercepts that one. Out to Cullen. Cullen uses Saeed as a decoy. It's a brilliant run from Cullen. Still in space, and Henley has to save. Ricky Holmes. Still got a step of pace about him, Ricky Holmes. Saeed for company. It's opened up for Holmes, and it's off the post. Angels backed off and backed off. And Holmes had no choice but to shoot, really. Stung the woodwork. Greenidge will try one of his own. It's not a bad effort. Was curling goalward. In the end, sails just over the top. Higgs. Turner looking for Fish. Being forced away from goal. Higgs again. At some point, you feel this has to go goalward for Tonbridge. Turner on his left, but it's a brilliant effort. It's over the top. Lifted back toward Cullen. Hooked away by Mead. Holmes in behind, a chance to strike, and there's the fourth. Pendlebury has his second. Holmes at the heart of it off the bench. And the game well and truly beyond Tonbridge Angels now. Fantastic from Farnborough on home soil, and they have a fourth to go along with a stellar performance. Went toe-to-toe with high-flying Maidstone at the weekend and have swept aside Tonbridge today. And surely now strolling towards extending their recent unbeaten run in the National League South. Holmes flicked towards Pendlebury. Ricky Holmes will sprint onto it again. It's into the stand. And that will do it here at the Saunders Transport Community Stadium. It's 4 for Farnborough. Back to their best in the National League South. And it ends on this Tuesday night. Farnborough 4, Tonbridge Angels 1.